Welcome to the Freezer Show. I'm Craig. This is Nick. We got a good show for you tonight. We've got some really good guests. Lisa Ann Schmolt, a tattoo artiste from Level 5 Tattoo Parlor. And Kelly Schaefer, who is the lead singer of Big Machine and some other bands. Yeah. Nick, what's going on with the tattoos on the face? What is that?
Well, I thought I'd break it out tonight for the guests, and it'd be appropriate. I got it in high school. I was a member of my academic Olympics team.
Really? I knew you were smart, but I didn't know you were on an academic team.
Well, I didn't really answer any of the questions. I was the sergeant at arms.
So what was that? You're the heavy, you're the security, the bouncer? What?
Yeah, we'd go to tournaments and play against other high schools, and if some of the other kids talk smack, I would have to smoke them.
Smoke them?
It's a gang thing, Craig. You wouldn't understand.
What's the BM stand for?
Big Machine.
You're a big fan.
Huge fan. I saw them last week at the Clubhouse Lounge, and for every show I see, I'm going to get another tattoo. So next week, I'll be seeing them at the Paddy Wagon. Yeah! And I better see all you people down there, so I'll have my second tattoo, and then they're off and running, doing their thing.
So you're going to get a tattoo for every show?
Absolutely. Let's hope so.
You're going to have BM all over your face? Okay, let's move on. All right, I want to thank Rico's Pizza, as usual. You guys loving the pizza out there? Did everybody get a piece of pizza? Rico's Pizza? Hello?
Did the band eat?
Did the band eat? Will, did you guys eat this time?
Yes.
Oh, come on. You didn't get any pizza?
I showed up a little late.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe we'll call Sal. Maybe he'll bring down some baked ziti or something.
Okay, we have a big announcement to make tonight. I'm pretty excited about this. We're going to be taking a long break, and all the month of August, actually for the next 8 weeks, starting August 1st, which is next Monday, we're going to be rerunning episodes 1 through 8. So nobody's really excited about that, but here's the exciting part. We're announcing a Freezer Show trivia contest, and to answer all the 20 questions, you have to watch all 8 shows very carefully, okay? And we have a prize package that's going to go to one person, and one person only, that answers all 20 questions correctly, and the prize package is worth almost $5,000. Okay? We're going to be talking throughout the show tonight about some of the things you're going to win. One of them is an iPod Shuffle from Computer Advantage. A handmade handbag from toughbettybags.com. Adrian Lucas made these. Okay, so what are the questions? All right, these are going to be available on our website, thefreezershow.com, but we're going to talk about them a little bit tonight. I'll mention a few and we'll talk about them later. Name one of our guests on our very first show. Don't shout it out. Who is Hector? It's number 2. 3, why is it called The Freezer? How many people know these yet? Few of you? Okay.
Mom, you can't play.
Number 4, what does Craig, that's me, do for a living? Number 5, where did Nick grow up?
I know that.
Oh, yeah. Your family knows that. Okay, big rule. No family members can play, and nobody related to the show in any way. Because this is a $5,000 prize, okay? All right, so we'll, again, go to thefreezershow.com. We're taking off all the old shows off the website, so you have to watch the reruns on TV. There are answers all over the shows, in the credits, in little comments that Nick and I make to each other throughout the show,
On
what the guests say.
On the homepage.
Yeah, it'll be right there on thefreezershow.com, and it'll be downloadable, and you can have your own little printout at home. Here's one, number 20. Who won the trivia challenge between Gary Kaufman and Chris Hill? Okay? That's a tough one. Got to watch that episode to find out. Okay, so that's our Freezer Show trivia contest. We'll talk more about it later. Let's move on. We got Stan on the Street tonight. We're bringing back a so we can stand on the street. We're going to show it to you on our HD TV from Epson, provided by Computer Advantage up in Bradenton, Sarasota on 41. And I need to hit the remote, and this is Stan on the Street.
First of all, this is a freezer on the street. If I was a woman, what would my name be?
If you were a woman?
Yeah.
Let's see. It would be something exotic.
I hardly could understand you. Can you repeat?
If I was a woman, what would my name be?
Luis?
Katrina.
Sophia.
Christabel.
Carolyn.
How about Donna?
Gloria. Vera.
Marianne.
Oh my God, that's my sister-in-law's name. What do women say I smell like?
Women's what? Women's what?
What?
What do women say I smell like?
Pickles.
Sweet, sweet tobacco.
Well, you smell like a countryman. Cheese. Cherries?
Let me know when we're ready.
Anytime. You remember any of them?
No, hold on, man. I just want to get us back on the freezer, on the street.
No, you don't have to say that every time.
I like to do it.
Okay. Say it into the lens.
Back on the freezer, on the street again. Here we go. Who is my cousin?
Somebody you're related to.
Who is my cousin?
No idea.
Your cousin?
I don't know, but who's your daddy?
David.
Yeah! That's Will Haynes and 9 Degrees. I can say that because I know it's not a trivia question. Okay, some more trivia questions. Who is Robert Wisteria? You know that one?
I do know that one.
Number 7, why did Nick fire Stan? Number 8, when Stan drives off on a Segway human transporter, where does he say he's going? Does anybody know these? One more before we move on. Number 9, in When Seagulls Attack, what is the victim eating when he's attacked? You know that? Don't shout it out. Okay. Nick, let's mention a few more prizes. V-Town.
Oh, nice.
They're giving away a longboard skateboard. Part of the package. Tom Jackson is providing dinner for 2 at Zoria's.
I think it's called Zariah's.
Zoria's.
I think.
2 free bike fits from Bikes in Java, and a bike fit these are worth $150 each. You come in with your bike, serious bikers, and you sit on your bike, and they take kind of like an hour or something, and they adjust it so it's perfect for you. Okay? We'll get to more of those. That's why this is a big package. That right there is worth $300.
Stan and I could have used that.
Yeah,
Last
and the
week,
Tour de
yeah,
Force,
yeah.
France. I can't talk tonight. All right, let's bring out our first guest. Let me get to her page. Our first guest is a tattoo artiste or artist from Level 5 Tattoo Parlor. Her name is Lisa Ann Schmolt. Let's give her a big warm welcome. Welcome, Lisa.
Welcome.
Thanks for coming out. So tell me, what is Level 5?
Level 5 is a tattoo studio. Numerous tattoo studios, actually. that
Here in
originate-
Sarasota?
We have a couple in Sarasota, one in Port Charlotte, and a new one in Hollywood,
Hollywood,
Florida.
California?
Florida.
Okay.
Actually, over at the Hard Rock Live.
Oh, nice.
In the casino?
Not necessarily in the casino. There is a separative entity to the casino itself that has a boardwalk of various restaurants and shops and
Okay.
things that you can do. There's a whole lot more to Hard Rock than you even know.
And you are a tattoo artist, and I'm just fascinated with tattoos, although I don't have any.
Right.
Yeah.
But yet,
Always say
how did you
yet.
get started? Have you started out as an artist? Have you always been an artist? And how did you get started as a tattoo artist?
How did I get started as a tattoo artist? Well, I was conceived from two artists, parentally from the beginning. But you never really know what to do with that. It was like interior design, fashion design, what am I going to do? And eventually I was sort of thrown into the world of tattooing, which was a little off kilter to me because it was something that I was not very familiar with, but eventually I fell into it.
Okay.
And the
How long have
community-
you been doing it?
13 years.
Oh, okay. So, do you specialize in a certain type of tattoo, or do you do everything?
Not necessarily, but I do have my certain little favorite things I like to do.
What are those?
I-
You know what? We've got your book here too. We can talk about that. Like if I go into a level 5 to get a tattoo,
Right.
do I get whoever is on the job at the moment,
No,
or do
not
you?
necessarily. Especially in the Port Charlotte studio, there's 4 of us that work there, and each one of us specialize in a different
Oh, you do specialize,
genre
okay.
of art. And my art more so reflects that of the world of fairy, if you will. Like
Okay,
this,
where's
for
that
instance.
page?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, you know,
Get a shot of
that. Little happy fairy people.
Cool.
And you know, but the boys don't like to do fairies, okay? So no, I did wait.
Tell me about who's this guy? What is this?
This is Brian Froud. This is Brian Froud
And
and
who's
his
he?
wife Wendy. Brian Froud years ago was the conceptual designer with Jim Henson
Dark
and
Crystal
made the
and
Dark
Labyrinth,
Crystal and
Oh.
Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Nice.
remember those movies.
Currently, they're in progress working on a Dark Crystal 2.
So this is his kind of artwork, and
Yes.
you kind of do his style, or
I'm very, very, very connected. In fact, in a couple of days, I'll be going to Oregon to do the Fairy Worlds thing again.
okay.
But that's me. I mean, you know, the
And
boys.
so if I wanted keep on trucking, I'd go to somebody else. Is that what you're saying?
Perhaps, maybe yes. Yeah.
Okay, now here's another thing that
Okay.
fascinates me about tattoos. If
All right.
I get a tattoo, it's permanent, right?
Right.
What if I want to cover it up or get rid of it? Do you guys do that? How do I get rid of it?
Yes. As far as removal or covering goes, there are laser surgeons that are qualified to dissipate the ink that is solid within you. But we can pretty much place a new design over your existing design that you are completely unhappy with.
Oh, so you cover it up.
To reflect what is more so you now, as
Oh.
opposed to that which was not relevant
You
to
had some
then.
pictures earlier that were pretty amazing, and we'll
Oh,
try and
yeah.
find these really quick here.
It would be really quick.
Oh,
Here
here's
he
one.
is.
Check this out.
This fellow had an eagle, and you can't really see it, but he diligently spent years to try to carve it out of his soul. And
That sounds painful.
no, yeah, and there's yeah. Don't try to get rid of your own tattoos with a knife. It's not a good
So you
idea.
turned it into this?
Yes.
And then what is this then?
This is a Bella. Bella is a model that in the art of Olivia. She is a fabulous artist. So this was actually photorealism. But if you look, no more this. Now I have this. And
okay.
he generates a lot of attention in the community and has come back to me numerous times about the fact that his whole entire life and persona has changed because of what he has now versus what he had before.
Very cool. Okay, I have a really good question for you. What dish did Mario Martinez make on the show?
Who?
It's a trivia question.
I know it's a trivia question.
I actually have a question for you too. What
I
do you
don't
mean?
know who Martinez
Okay,
is.
we'll talk
I'm
later.
so
What do you
sorry.
mean by conceived when you?
Conceived?
We'll talk later.
Okay.
You don't know what
They're telling us to wrap up.
He
Lisa.
doesn't understand conception.
I'm just the co-host, Lisa. I'm just the co-host.
No,
They don't
but
tell
honey,
me
you don't
anything.
need to be a co-host to understand
All right, we're gonna
conception.
take a
It's
break.
like there's a man
Lisa,
in a woman.
thanks for coming.
And
We'll be right back after this. Thank you. Hey, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. Hello over there. Before we bring out our next guest, Kelly, I want to talk more about the trivia contest. You guys want to hear some more prizes? Yeah. Dinner for two at Rico's on North Trail. Includes a bottle of wine and dessert. You get dinner for two from callandeat.com. Yeah. You get 4 Devil Ray tickets from Derek Bird. Okay, how do you get them? You got to win the trivia contest. 20 questions, you got to answer them all correctly. Some of the questions are, who provides pizza for the audience every week?
That's Rico's, Craig.
Okay, you got a free one. Now you got 19. What song did Carole King sing on show number 2?
I know that one too.
Okay. How old is my son Griffin? Don't shout it out. You got to watch the show. One more. What is the name of the Star Wars fan club that Nick belongs to? Watch the reruns for the next 8 weeks to find out. And some of these questions, or answers rather, are in the credits. Should we bring out Kelly? We're pretty excited about
ready.
this.
Is everyone ready for this?
Yeah. All right. Our next guest, you may know him as the lead singer for such groups as Atheist, Erotica, Unheard, and you're definitely going to hear of him as the lead singer of a new group called Big Machine. Let's give a big hand to Kelly Shaker. Welcome to the show.
How are you, my friend?
Very excited to have you here.
Good to be here.
So tell us all about what's going on. First of all, let's start with a little history. You're well known in this town for a band called Atheist.
I don't think I've smiled the whole series
You're
of
ear to
this.
ear
We got a
over
real rock star here,
Oh,
man.
ear
I'm
to ear.
excited.
I started it. I started in this town about 15 years ago playing music. Started with a band called Atheist, and we got a record deal with Warner Brothers. Put out 3 records, and that was kind of the beginning. That was real extreme metal. I was a very angry young man, so I made some pretty angry music. But it's now been sort of reissued, and those records are coming out again on September 13th. I'm really excited about that.
And you guys, that band is big in Europe now, right? Is
Yeah,
that the one?
it's more of a European thing. It's European kids tend to stay with a band for a lot of years. If they're a fan of a particular kind of music, not like American kids, they don't just go with the trends, they sort of stay with you. So they've stayed with us all these years, and the records haven't been out since '93, so now they're coming back out, and I'm excited about it. That's good.
great.
That was my first band, and then I moved on to Neurotica.
Neurotica.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I understand. Yeah. I understand you, Neurotica, played Ozfest.
Yeah, it was 2002. We were fortunate enough to be out with Ozzy Osbourne.
Did you meet Jack Osbourne?
Yeah, we met Jack a lot. We met Jack laying
wanna know
face
if you
down
met
in the
Jack.
sand. We met Jack at the party. Jack had a good time on Ozfest.
As long as you didn't meet Jack in rehab, you're doing all right.
I have a great Jack story. Jack had a 16th birthday party at that particular Ozfest, and let's just say it was debauchery filled. And
16?
that kid grew up quick, definitely. Yeah, he was. He had a really. I think it was his 16th birthday. It seemed like it. I mean, he was very pale in the face by the time Sharon threw a party that was. at the end of the tour that was just unbelievable, as Sharon Osbourne would,
Of course.
throw a great party. So we
Go
were,
big
we
or
were
go
fortunate
home,
enough to be
right?
out on that. I mean, we're just a little old band from Sarasota.
So-
We made some music and we showcased out in LA and New York and signed a record deal with the WWF. They put together a label called SmackDown Records. We were the first band signed to that. And,
This was Neurotica?
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah, and that was probably in '99 we put the first record out. And then it took us till 2002 to get to the big time and get out on Ozfest.
And that was
it
a world
just the
tour,
best
right?
summer of my life.
That must have been
It
a
was
lot of
great.
fun.
It was a lot of good times.
And then before we get to Big Machine, something happened a little bit. You have a little chapter of your life that happened with Velvet Revolver.
When I returned home from the 2002 Neurotica tour, we broke up, unfortunately. As bands do, it's a lot like being married to 4 different people at one time. So
Yeah.
you don't tend to last
I
very
know how
long.
that is.
And do you?
Craig's
I know that about you, Craig. I
a
didn't know that
Mormon.
about you.
He's a
No,
Mormon.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
My wife is
I
schizophrenic.
understand.
She's a Mormon schizophrenic.
I was on the internet when I returned home. I didn't really know what I was going to do. I knew I loved playing music. I didn't, 2 of the guys in the band had bailed out. I didn't know whether to continue on with that band with different members or continue on. And I saw something online about Slash putting together a new band, and the guys in Guns N' Roses, and they were looking for a singer. And I just thought, well, why not me?
Right.
So I sent my disc out to LA to Slash. 3 days later, I got a phone call from Slash, and sent me
That
3
must have been
songs.
exciting just to get that phone call.
Absolutely. If it would have ended there, it would have been great. Just
But it
hey
didn't
Kelly,
end
it's
there,
Slash. Hey Slash, how are you? It was great. So that's the way the phone call went. And so he sent me 3 songs, and we went in the studio. I wrote some lyrics and did the vocals, set it back. They called me and took me out to LA, and I walked in a room with the ex Guns N' Roses guys, and it was really interesting. And once again, I'm just a guy from a real small town here, Sarasota. So it was a big deal to me, even if I didn't get the gig. And
But you made down to like the short list of 4 or 3, didn't you?
Yeah, actually.
Now, how many singers were involved?
There were 650 people. Whoa! And I made it down to the final 3.
Sarasota, Florida, right here.
Now that's amazing. You've never moved to LA? Have you ever lived there or New York?
No, we played in LA several times, but never lived there. Did everything that I've ever done from this little town, which is a testament to young musicians out there that think you have to go to New York and LA to get things done. You just need to make music that makes New York and LA listen. And if you make that music, you can get it done out of this town.
Right.
You can get anything done.
So talking about getting things done, what's going on now? You've got Big Machine. What's Big Machine?
Yeah, here's another chapter of a situation. Brian Johnson, for those of you who don't know, produced the first Neurotica record, helped us get our indie deal.
And Brian Johnson is AC/DC.
Singer for AC/DC. And, someone who I owe my whole career to. He's really, really helped me out a lot. And he put these songs together. He hasn't written any songs with AC/DC lyrically since 1988. The brothers, the young brothers, write all the lyrics and all the music. So these are the first collection of songs that he wrote. He called me and asked me to sing on the demo, put this demo together called Big Machine of all songs that he wrote. And, when Brian Johnson calls, you go sing.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
That's great.
And, I went and did it, and I didn't think too much about it. I didn't know what was going to happen with it. I put my band Unheard together. We went in and did a full-length album. Just got finished mixing it, and some folks in New York caught wind of this Big Machine demo, flew down to a show that we put together at Chrome, which was a sold-out show here in Sarasota. And it's all Brian's material, and it's vintage AC/DC. I mean, it's old school, high voltage, Highway to Hell era AC/DC. And
Right.
Well, you throw in a little, there's a little Guns N' Roses kind of southern rock feel to it too. You got kind of an edge.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's different than that. I mean, it's of that spirit, it's
Sure.
of that broken bottle Jack Daniels kind of rock and roll that's not really around anymore with all these hybrid bands that are out. So it's back to basics. It's ABC rock and roll, and it's really, really good. And my vocals are a little different, obviously, than Brian's, so it added a contemporary spin on it. And
Now, you kind of have a Bon Scott feel to you.
I do
is
have more of a
Brian mad
Bon than a
about that,
Brian.
or I mean, is he?
No, we both have mad love for Bon Scott. And
Now you guys
Brian
have a
especially.
you have a big gig coming up, don't you, in New York?
We do. August 3rd at CBGB's in New York. It's going to be one of the...
Yeah.
And you have one here?
Now you have a really big gig on September 10th.
September 10th with these cats, Craig.
That's
Stu
another
Nick,
announcement
they're
we're
pretty-
making today.
right.
The next show that we tape after our break is September 10th. We're having a huge party out in the parking lot, and big machines come into play, and we have
killer.
all sorts of entertainment. It's going to be great.
Come on.
All right, they're telling us to wrap. They've been telling me to wrap up for the last 5 minutes.
Okay.
We could keep talking.
No,
but,
let's talk. Let's talk.
Thanks for coming out,
Thank you for having me.
and stick around for the trivia challenge.
You got it.
And we'll be right back after this. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, boys. Welcome back to the Freezer Show. One last mention about the trivia contest that we're holding for the $5,000 prize package worth $5,000. You can go to thefreezershow.com to get the questions. Send them back to us at contest@thefreezershow.com. A couple more prizes I want to tell you about. $100 bar tab at Paddy Wagon. Lunch for two at Fred's. $50 gift certificate to Chili's from People's Community Bank. One more thing. Speaking of the Paddy Wagon, the Big Machine is having their big Bon Voyage party July 30th, this coming Saturday. And they're going to go off to CBGB's in New York for their showcase gig, and they're going to get signed by a major label. Take it away, Nick. It's time for Trivia Challenge. Take it away, Nick.
Thank you, Craig. All right, here's how it works. I'm going to ask you questions. First one to buzz in has a chance to answer the question. If you get it right, then we move on to the next question. In case of a tiebreaker,
I got help.
we have a tiebreaker question. Do not worry about going over. This is not Price is Right. It's closest to. Okay?
Got it.
Here we go.
Ready?
First question. What tattoo needle configuration is best used in tattooing large tribal art? Lisa.
I don't know why Kelly would know that, but generally speaking, it would be a magnum of maybe the 7, 9, 12, 15 variety.
Pick one. That doesn't count.
They all are the same. Either
Actually, Jessica, her answer is so complete that we've never...
one, 7 magnum.
All right, there's another question.
It's more than we needed. Correct.
All right.
Next question. Where was the song by AC/DC, You Shook Me All Night Long, written?
Oh.
Kelly.
I don't know that.
That one. Interesting story. Funny you should ask. Best rock and roll story ever. Brian Johnson sitting on the John for many hours. True story. He'll tell you if you see him out around town. Sitting on John for many hours, and that's where "Shook Me." Actually, that's what it was called at first. Was written. That's true. True story. So written on the John, one of the greatest rock songs of all
All
time.
night long.
All night long.
That is correct.
Honey, I had a better visual on that.
Tiebreaker.
Sorry, you just ruined it.
Here comes the tiebreaker.
Some of my best work actually has been done on the John, too. Yeah.
Shook me.
We have a tie, so we're going to go to the tiebreaker.
Uh-oh.
Lisa, I'm going to ask you first. There's no reason to buzz in.
Okay.
Then Kelly, I'll ask you second. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
How many episodes of The Tonight Show did Johnny Carson host? Lisa.
I have absolutely no idea because I like Leno. I don't know.
Pick a number.
125.
How many episodes of The Tonight Show did Johnny Carson host? And it was an every night show, so you know he did it more than like
Every
3
night
months.
for 1,000 or so. I don't know.
Did you say 3,000?
I don't know the answer to that
Go with
question.
3,000. Kelly.
I'm gonna say
Higher.
probably about 25 years times 300, so somewhere around
Oh, look at him doing the math.
7,500 times.
4,531 shows.
I went over.
Lisa from level 5 is the winner of our trivia challenge.
Thanks for coming. Oh, that's a nice gift. Lisa, thanks for coming.
I'm a loser.
That's our show, everybody.
You're not a loser.
Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Why did I get
3 months.
Somebody scream!